Underworld Ministry.
Guys?
What's going on?
We're back.
Thank you for coming back. And I know it's been a couple weeks since we've done a little episode like this.
Oh yeah, we're back to our normal scheduled weekly interviews.
Yes.
It's been a rough couple of weeks.
It really has. But we got the convention done. Thank you, Henry and Cheryl, for inviting us.
Yes.
But we have a very special guest this week.
We're making up for the last couple of weeks that we've been missing.
We thought we'd bring you our whole team.
Oh yes.
To come and talk
Not
to you
just
guys.
One person, not just two.
Four guys.
So if our stream seems a little choppy, it's because we're running a lot right now.
In the video. So we're going to interview Bumpin' the Night Paranormal. Oh, Society. I'm sorry. My bad, guys. Society. I know you guys are watching back. My bad. But we got a couple comments. Hey, from Mars Hill, Maine. Nice. Ooh. I think you're our first Maine viewer.
Ha
ha. Pun.
But let's go ahead and introduce, first of all.
All right. We're going to introduce Philly Cheese.
Hey, I'm Phil K. It's a pleasure to be here with y'all.
Mikey B.
Definitely.
Glad to be on.
T-Roy.
I'm the normal one.
Oh, man. Boy, you're staticky, bro.
Oh, man.
Sean staticky.
All right.
Troy's a robot over there.
No, Sean's good, Troy. You're the staticky one.
Yeah, I think it's Troy.
He's one of the, he's a cryptid. He's a robot
just
out in the woods.
I know I'm old, but damn.
Oh, you're like really bad. You sound like one of those larynx things.
Is it really, really bad?
Yeah, it's like real bad.
Yeah, it's.
Maybe unplug your mic. What are you on, a laptop?
Yeah.
You got earbuds in? Because the battery might be dying. That might be why, too.
I was going to say, you have earbuds in?
Yeah.
Maybe take the earbuds out?
Yeah, it might be the earbuds.
Is that better?
It's weird.
No, it's still horrible.
Yeah, it was kind of just a second ago. I don't know.
No. Well, we got a couple people joining our comments.
Howdy, folks.
Howdy.
What's up?
We have Amber and Shadow.
What's going on? So we got Shadow Russell. He said, "Hello, team. What's going on?"
Hi.
Hey.
And then Amber says,
one of our favorite commenters, who's always here.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, she's a really big supporter.
Always here.
So, Bumpin' the Night.
Bumpin' the Night Society.
Bumpin' the Night Society. I don't know why that's so hard to say. I would say it's perfectly fine.
I think it's because we're used to every team having paranormal in their name.
Oh, yeah, maybe that's it. You're the first team that we investigated that didn't have paranormal at the end of it.
Or something in their name with paranormal.
Awesome.
We're unique, what can we say?
Yes.
Tell me about you guys. How long have you guys been a team?
Oh, hey. So Troy said he'll be here in the comments. So that makes it a little easier, but we will keep up with the comments like we do.
Dude, power cycle, man.
And then we have good evening, everybody from Harlem.
Go on your cell phone.
You can do it from your cell phone.
Like, close out on here and go on your cell phone.
Anything's better than this, dude.
Yeah.
Power cycle. First step of all tech support.
Like a really bad horror movie the whole time.
Yeah. I was kind of digging it, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
So we can just go and actually find it.
He's like the guy in Scream.
So I guess one by one, introduce yourself. Tell me what you guys do.
Tell us how you joined the team.
So I guess we'll go with
Zach
Philly
Baggins
first.
in the corner there.
I'm Sean.
Zach Baggins off the bush.
owner and lead investigator, Bump in the Night Society. We've been together since 2020. Was in a group previously. Before that, Celestial Oddities Paraseekers, which Mikey was a part of also. Had first paranormal experience when I was a kid. Been doing stuff ever since, I guess.
Yeah. You want to go Philly cheese?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm
Nice
Phil,
meeting
and I'm
you.
one of the investigators here. And before I joined Bump, I was took a break from the paranormal, but I was actually a part of Oakmont Paranormal many years ago, probably about 6 or 7, I can't remember. And then there was a spot open for the prior Celestial Oddities before we became Bump in the Night Society, and I took the gig, and it's been pretty awesome so far. Okay, I love it. And my my first paranormal experience, I haven't had too many. Matter of fact, my mother took me to haunted house attractions, and that kind of interested me a little bit. So,
Mikey,
Awesome.
Nice.
my first, I've been a lead investigator as well, co-lead with Sean. My first paranormal experience, I was in a hardcore band when I was 19. And I was with actually one of our former members, actually the lead investigator now of Celestial Oddities Paraseekers. But we did a occult ritual, summoning ritual, and it worked, and it scared the crap out of me. And I didn't really believe in it, and then it happened, and then I tried to avoid anything paranormal for a couple decades after that, and joined the Celestial Oddities Paraseekers with Sean, and then we, evolved into Bump in the Night Society.
Then he grew a cryptid on his face.
It's that stash squatch. That's salt and pepper, baby.
Yeah.
It's very Tom Cruise, Top Gun-ish.
Yeah.
I'll take that, man. I'll take that.
I love it, man. I love it.
At least it's not Favre from Super Troopers. Yeah, I'll take it.
I forgot about that Super Troopers guy. Oh, that's funny.
What was your question, then?
I just asked, how did you decide to form your group? Like, what made you want to do it?
When we disbanded from Celestial Oddities, some of the members from that group, there was other members that were part of us too. Like, obviously Jen, my wife, was part of. Well, she was part of Celestial Oddities. Like, yeah. And then a couple other people, and we just basically we voted on. I think it was Instagram. We put a poll out. We had 3 different names. One was Bump in the Night Society. Mikey, what was your name?
Goodwill Haunting, which I think should have won.
I was a fan of that one.
And then the other one was Para Addicts or something. Para Addicts like that, I think.
I know. What was it? 'Cause it spelled out a bad word in the acronym. We thought it was really funny.
Oh.
But Bump in the Night Societies would end up winning, so that's what we
did. I think it spelled out the adult version of P.
Oh.
Yeah. So we'll go through a couple videos. We don't really have any pictures for you guys this week, but we have a whole lot of videos for you guys. So we're going to go through the videos one by one, let the video play, and then we'll have a conversation about the video.
Sounds good. I just want to tell Harlem, Goodwill Haunting.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
We got a Facebook user. Howdy. What's that? Hello.
Nice to meet you guys. Pleasure to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you. Hello from
She Squatchers.
She Squatchers. I like that.
That's awesome.
Where's Troy in the woods, man?
Yeah, I know. I just messaged him. I said, "Where you at?"
Yeah, right.
What's up, Kathy?
Hi. Hello, Kathy. Nice. Thank you for coming to hang out.
Yeah.
Oh. T. Roy's back. We heard him.
Yeah.
There he is.
Let's see if this works.
He's buffering right now. That buff man's buffering.
Almost.
I don't know if you hear the scratching behind me, but my cat is hitting up the litter box as we speak. I told you it was going to happen. Every podcast.
There
he
is.
is.
Oh, there we go.
Came out of the woods, baby.
Nice.
Hello.
We can hear you now.
Oh,
Is
Oscar.
it-
All right, good.
Poor guy.
It's okay.
Baby, come back.
Aw.
He'll be in and out. He's our special guest. He'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
He's creating suspense.
So while we wait for him, we'll get into the first video. So here's the first
Sounds
video
good.
for you guys.
We're gonna show.
Mikey, is that your
Wow.
cat?
Yeah, that is my cat. And you're lucky you can't smell it right now. So that one actually wasn't a video.
I was like,
it
is that
was a
part of the
picture.
video?
Yeah, it was a picture. I just sent it in a video format because I didn't know if we could talk as the video was playing.
Oh.
But the first picture was
Yeah.
the
Gotcha.
actual picture. It was outside of the lobotomy recovery room in Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. And I think it was around probably
man.
4:30 in the morning. And I don't know. We one of our former members, or actually it was when we were still in Celestial Oddities. We were taking pictures in that area, and we were reviewing them. We saw a mist, and we're like, "What is that?" So he brightened up the picture and zoomed in,
Yeah.
and it looks like a figure with a
That's
robe
full
on
figure.
and a goat head. Yeah, it's a pretty creepy one. I usually,
That was awesome.
Wow. Yeah, I can replay that real quick. I want to re-see that.
Yeah, I think we can actually talk while it's going on too.
Yeah.
Can you hear? Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so that's the original photo there.
That's
You can see the mist in the
There we go.
doorway. And then when it zooms in, you can kind of see
Yeah.
the robe.
Creepy.
Yeah, it looks like a robe with a goat head.
Dude, that's
There
one of
it
the creepiest photos too, man.
Yeah, I've never actually
That is
got
creepy.
anything
Wow.
else in a photo since,
That's
unfortunately.
amazing though. That captures it.
I want to go to Allegheny so bad. So
It's
bad.
so
It's
expensive,
a
so
very
expensive.
high up there on the list.
Yeah, it's awesome, but it is
yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
pricey.
Oh.
Oh, it's my friend Ryan from.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Thank you for
Nice to meet you.
joining us.
Hello from OOP Paranormal. Shout out, man. That's one of my buddies
We're
here
working
in
on doing a
Florida.
collaboration with him one day.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Oh,
He's
there you go.
actually
Nice.
the one who
Yeah.
was kind enough to do pictures and videos for us for the last video that we did.
Was there a
So
dog in
they-
the picture too?
Facebook
I
user
don't know.
ad
I
said,
didn't-
"Was there a dog in the picture too?"
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just noticed the mist. I'm not sure if there was any other figures in the picture.
We got our special guest back.
Troy,
Oh.
Troy.
He's buffering again.
Troy.
You can do it. You can do it.
So he was in the woods, and then he was in a house. Maybe he's in a shed now. Oh, he's gone.
or in a van down by the river.
Oh, like I said, special guest in and out. In and
Poor
out.
guy.
So there was another face next to the figure on the right in the lightened picture.
Oh, I wonder if we could bring that back up. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll bring that back up for sure.
And then someone else said,
There he
yeah,
is.
there was a dog in the picture. I don't
My
see a
cat's
dog.
going crazy too. So if you hear noises, it's not me. I swear.
Yeah, part of the video.
All good.
Oh, I see
That's
where
what I thought the
they're
scratching
saying the
was the
face.
first time.
Yeah, I see it. Yep.
Yeah, I see where they're saying the face. It's like a
Yeah.
large head, though. It's so hard with pictures. That's the thing, because the flash can do really crazy things. That's why a lot of the times I follow
really
a lot
can.
of
Was there a
paranormal
dog there?
things on Facebook, and a lot of it's like, "Oh, do you see this?" And it's like, I mean, I think it's a bunch of leaves creating
It's just
pareidolia.
a picture of a kitchen, and you're Like,
No.
Yeah.
I got a trained eye for that, and I don't even know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just keep going down the list.
Because there are a lot of videos you guys have been kind enough to send us.
Yeah, definitely. Was there a dog? Did you guys have a dog in the investigation, or
No.
during Trans-Allegheny? Was there a dog?
No, not at all.
Loveland, we had dogs or something barking there. Remember?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think we've only had one
know Ryan
actual
takes his
physical dog at Greenville Manor the one time. The one owner brought her dog.
Yeah, our friend Ryan brings his dog
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Aw.
It's such a
Such
good
a
boy.
good boy.
Yeah.
I'd play with it
Right.
the whole time.
I didn't know we could talk through the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, yeah. During the
Now
videos,
that
we'll stay
now that I know
quiet.
we can talk-
We'll stay
Okay.
quiet during the videos. Just
Yeah.
the picture one would be boring if we sat there in silence.
Just look at it in awe. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Just,
Yeah.
Can you get up? Malik, maybe. I hope that's not the name.
Mikey, your posture is kind
What
of.
did
Yeah, I
that
was gonna
say?
say your back must have been hurting that night, man.
Well, I was about 30 pounds heavier than I am now, too. Just to answer Amber's question about the picture too, there wasn't anybody else in the hallway besides my friend and I, and he was standing behind me. It's all right, Troy. We forgive you this time. So
Okay,
this
Troy,
video
I'm
clip.
sorry.
This video clip is from one of our documentaries, Possessed and Oppressed in a Town Called Bel Air, on our YouTube page. And it says,
That's
it
awesome.
sounds like it says Malek or Moloch out of an ovulus. We're not ones to throw out the D word, demon, too often, but it did sound like it said Moloch,
Right.
and we did get demon a couple times there, and we've been there a bunch of times, and it's always throwing out demon. We do question it when that happens. I'll let Sean talk about what happened there the first time he was there,
Right.
which kind of makes us kind of believe if there's one place that would have actual demons, it probably would be the Bel Air house. But Moloch is one of the original 7 demons or daemons that fell from heaven with
I was
Lucifer.
cast out to hell.
Yeah. And he is commonly associated with child sacrifice. Now, at the Bel Air house, there's a girl named Emily Davis who haunts the location. We've interacted with her several times, and she comes in as a little girl, and then she also comes in as a man presenting himself as Emily. One of our theories was that at the time when Emily Davis was alive, she was friends with the Hetheringtons who owned the Bel Air house. And we think that maybe there were, some kind of like maybe a pagan cult, like an old school pagan cult that would worship Moloch, because there were those back in the day. So this would have been around the 1860s, I think, when the house was built. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Don't quote me on the date. But our theory was that maybe she was sacrificed at the location in the name of Moloch. And now that she comes back, she presents herself as the little girl. And then, but she's actually a male, because we had a disembodied voice that showed up. I don't know if you included this one. I think I sent it to you, but we had a voice show up saying, "I'm Emily." Just showed up on my camera. No one heard it live. But yeah, that's our theory behind that, and it kind of coincides with what happened with Sean.
Next video.
Oh, is it? Okay. I'll let Sean say his situation that happened that kind of makes us think if the Bel Air house, if there are demons anywhere, it may be the Bel Air house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the first time I was there, I saw a possession. The only time I've ever seen one. Only time I've ever been scared on an investigation.
Cool.
But yeah, we've had a lot of dark stuff there, and other investigators on our team acting really strange. Last year we did a Thanksgiving thing, and one of our team members, April, was really acting out. We have a lot of that on video too. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's just a dark place.
Wow. So what happened during, like, were they antagonizing? Were they could just do an investigation and just attached to
For the
himself?
possession, or which one are you talking
Yeah,
about?
the possession.
Yeah, for the possession,
For the possession.
the one guy that used to be part of our group was doing Estes, and he was sitting with his back to the couch, and I think Vicky was asking questions. Somebody was asking questions, and as they were asking questions, the one guy on the couch started crying, and we tried like talking to him or whatever. He wouldn't respond to us. Ended up bringing him outside. Me and April, who's part of our team, we were holding his hands the whole time, and they tried running, burning sage and tried blessing him, and he just laughed at him, and he was like doing this weird humming shit too that kind of sounded like an Underground Railroad type of thing, which that's part of the rumors of Bel Air. There was an Underground Railroad ran through there or whatever.
Okay.
And then they did Eric from Celestial Oddities did a ceremony, and as we're doing the ceremony, he's real deep in the occult, so he knows all that type of stuff. As we're doing it, like the candles started flickering, like and eventually went out. And me and April also heard "Get Out" come from behind him, and he kept saying, the guy that was possessed too kept saying, like, it's not a little girl, and it's crawling up the walls, and like all sorts of weird stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, so the theory is that he was seeing Emily Davis crawling all over the walls, or whatever presents itself as Emily Davis.
But there was other things, like even the day before, because we were there for the full weekend. The day before, he was saying like, "Oh, this place isn't haunted," and blah blah blah, because nothing really happened the first night. And the second day, he was using the pendulum, and he was telling them, like, use my energy, which is like one of the worst things you could tell them to do. And I think he kind of brought it on himself,
Yeah. Yeah, I have a bad habit of doing that one too, and I'm like, hey, I want some evidence.
Yeah, we both.
I'm a little bit of an antagonizer. I am. I'm like, I don't condone it to anybody that is new to paranormal. Like even seasoned investigators, like Bump in the Night, like it's something that you don't know that's there that knows you're there.
Right.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'll play this video that says
Emily's a bit long. I don't know. The Emily's. I don't know. The Emily's.
Yeah, so you can tell it has like a male voice saying I'm Emily.
Clear. That is very clear.
It was wild because when I was going through our evidence to make the documentary, we had so many voices show up that we just we didn't hear live. It just showed up on camera. We had a like maniacal laugh upstairs. We actually got a spirit box that I don't know what it meant, but it said grab light. And then we got a disembodied voice that said grab light as well. We also had a cat meowing, and it was we were in a seance room, and it kept saying it kept meowing. We didn't hear it live. And then I always make fun of Sean. We always argue about our favorite pieces of equipment, but he someone was running a phone app, which usually I say Facebook listens to you, so why wouldn't the ghost app? But anyways, on the ghost app that they were running, it said cat at the same time that this was happening. So we did an evidence reveal with the owner of the Bel Air house, Kristen Lee, one of our good friends. She said that she knows what it's from. She said she used to live at the Bel Air house, and she would work in Pittsburgh on the weekends. So she'd go and just stay in Pittsburgh for the weekend and come home. And one weekend she left. She came back. She couldn't find her cat, so she just thought it ran away.
Right.
But then she ended up finding it 3 weeks later downstairs in the basement in one of the cupboards. And she found out later that kids broke into the house and locked the cat in the cabinet in the basement, and ended up passing away.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that place, I'm telling you, it's
freaking kids.
Yeah, it's a wild place for sure. It's one of those places, like Sean said earlier, it's like it's quiet the first night.
Definitely sounds like it.
And then the second night's when it like really, really goes crazy.
Right. Well, that's what like Ed and Lorraine Warren, they had a thing where you fully submerge yourself for 28 days and do a location.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
That
not.
sounds fun.
I feel like that's the longer they're there, the more comfortable they're going to be with you being there and want to interact with you more. That's my thought on it, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
But
if I didn't have
yeah,
a
no, I
2-year-old, I
definitely
would try
agree.
it
If
out.
you're there for more than 2 days, 2-3 days, yeah. I mean, oh,
Yeah,
I know
love
there's
that
a
place.
jail up in North Florida, the old Hamilton jail. If you ever get a chance to come down here, I'm not exactly sure how much it is, but I know you can stay there for 3 days.
Oh,
You can
okay.
stay there a whole weekend. But
Yeah.
I want to try that. You
Yeah,
eat
that's
there,
how
you
the Bel
sleep
Air
there, you
House is.
investigate the whole 3 days.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah. Bel Air House, you can actually stay there as long as
Yeah.
you want. I mean, you just have
I
to
got
pay a
to
fee to
convince
do it,
this
but
one. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm an awful terrible. I'm a terrible paranormal investigator.
Yeah,
ran out
it's
of a
funny
jail
too,
to
because
get-
like with the whole like Bel Air place, I was so
I'm-
nervous about going there whenever we did the whole like Friendsgiving thing. But then once I got there, I thought it was one of my favorite places, and 'cause I was the one of the first guys to kind of clock out the second night because I was exhausted, and I guess in the basement they were doing like a session there, and my
Yeah.
name kept getting like spoken. So our buddy Marcus actually was concerned, so I guess he came up to check on me while I was passed out in bed right next to the attic, which is where the epicenter of the whole like place is. And there's a photo of me just like passed
Yeah.
out. And he's like, taking a photo next to me and all that shit or stuff.
then
Sorry.
we all crawled in to bed with Phil at
Yeah.
one point.
He just likes it
Not
so
a party.
He likes it so much, sir.
Yeah.
It was a fun. I love that.
That's the real paranormal.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
are you really
How
friends
many
unless you
random
know
dudes can you fit in next to
Paranormal
Yeah.
couple.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah, heck
you're
yeah.
not really friends until you spoon with somebody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get the cuddle session in,
Yeah.
you know?
We covered
Yeah.
ever so gently.
You get lonely after 2 days, you know, you gotta get the cuddle in.
Ever so gently.
We're gonna move on to the next video.
All right. So here's the next video, guys.
Walter, are you here with us? I am Mike. I am Mike. Wow.
That was a fun night.
That was
Yeah,
actually
that was good.
live too.
Yep.
Yeah, that was on a live stream.
A cold night, but a fun night.
So where
So
was
that-
this?
That was at the Dar Mine tragedy site in Western Pennsylvania. It's actually really close to where the processing unit is, and that's where you can kind of investigate. I'm not going down in the mine because it's
Yeah.
the second largest mining
mine.
tragedy in the U.S. in U.S. history. I don't know the exact numbers.
Wow.
I think it's 237 miners were killed in the accident.
Wow.
Yeah, if
And-
you look up like what is it, Van Meter mine?
Yeah, Van Meter mine or Dar mine, you'll see the history. I think it was like December 1910 or something like that. But we kept getting like through flashlights and different devices. We kept getting hits on Walter Shepard, which Sean did research and found out that was one of the bodies they never found. And so we were up on a hilltop doing a spirit box session. I just wanted to ask Walter, is that still you? Are you here with us? And that's when it came through and said, I am, Mike.
Wow. Yeah, I'll play it for you guys here again. I know it's a little.
Walter, are you here with us? I am Mike. I am Mike. Wow.
That was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely.
is
That's one of
really
our
cool.
clearest spirit box hits.
Wow.
That's why I always use the S box from Ghost Stop. There are we always give Ghost Stop some love.
Do you like that one better than the SB7 or?
Oh yeah, it's the best one out there, hands down. It's
Yeah.
because the thing I don't like about the SB7 is I don't like that you have to have an external speaker, and I don't feel
Well, the newer ones are a little bit louder. The original though, yeah, you could.
the original one. Yeah, it's just it's not loud enough. You can't really hear
That's
it.
what we do. That's what I use for the SS method.
Okay.
It's an SB7.
Yeah.
But-
I think I like the S box better. I mean, sometimes you get radio bleed, so you do have to kind of decipher if you're on an FM sweep. But on an AM
yeah.
sweep, I still think just with the amplification of the speaker, I still think you get more clear responses, or at least more audible responses.
Right.
Plus, it's very
That's that
compact.
little red. It's like the rectangle red one on
Yeah.
Ghost Stop, correct?
Yeah. It's designed by Ghost
okay.
Stop. It's
Yeah,
so compact. You can just
He's trying to get me to buy some.
right.
He's trying to get me to buy some more equipment for him for Christmas.
I definitely highly recommend the S Box. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, the only thing you have to worry about is radio bleed on occasion. But you can kind of tell when that happens. I was on an investigation recently using the S Box,
Right.
and I could hear the Pittsburgh Penguins game on occasion. So that's the kind of weed through on occasion.
One of our camera guys had
SB
a
11.
It's never a bad thing, at least if you keep track, it's never a bad thing.
Yeah,
Get that
yeah.
one little
You just
clip,
know
like, oh
how
yeah,
false
they're
stuff.
winning.
yeah, exactly. I do think they lost that night though,
Right.
so unfortunately it wasn't a good thing. But yeah, as far as the SB11, I still think the S Box is superior.
Western Financial.
That's Jen talking there or not? Because I didn't say hello. I don't know who. She can run the page too. That might be her saying hello. That's why I said Jen with a question mark.
Maybe it's a ghost.
Yeah. Maybe it's Troy.
Maybe it is
Yeah.
Troy.
Well,
Poor Troy.
That's our special
Poor
guest
Troy.
talking in the background.
He's the ghost tonight.
He's out in the
Pops
woods
in and
again.
out.
Oh,
That T. Roy cryptid.
We're gonna see Troy show up in your window back there, Mikey.
Oh, I hope so.
So we got another video. I'm trying to see. I don't know what that says real quick, but we're gonna play this one while we'll try to.
Here's the doctor. Here he comes. The doctor's here.
You ready to take your bath?
What's every Did you just have an appointment?
that was fantastic.
That was at Wildwood.
Wow.
It laughed.
Wow.
Yeah. We were
So
using
it
a
laughed and then
Geoport.
said you had an appointment.
Yeah.
Okay.
was Other things I didn't
Now,
include.
where was this?
Wildwood Sanitarium.
It's up in New York.
Yeah.
Where was it? I'm sorry. You cut out. I'm sorry.
Wildwood Sanatorium.
Wildwood Center. Got you. So, did he fall in the bathtub, or
I don't know. I mean, there was a couple.
the gentleman that was in the bathtub?
Yeah. Well, the bathtub was there. I don't know. I don't think it was an original one, but what they did was they did shock treatment in the basement. So that's why we put the Geoport in the bathtub.
Like
And
you
then
up as a doctor.
Yeah, they had the doctor's
okay.
robe. I felt like I was gonna Hulk Hogan out of it though. It was very tight. We should have put you in it, Sean.
Yeah.
But we did get some cool
The
responses.
fat guy in a
as
little
well.
coat situation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how graphic you want me to get on this. I won't swear, but at one point Sean says Mikey's gonna check your prostate. So I went like this, like I'm putting gloves on, and it came through the Geoport saying, "Wait a minute."
You dirty dog.
Whoa, bro! Whoa, I'm not ready. Hold on.
Yeah.
Then he made me turn my head and cough.
Yeah.
We just met, man. Hold on. So we got a couple comments.
No,
You guys
we haven't been
been
to Maine at all.
Fort Knox in Maine. You guys should go there and check it out.
Yeah, that would be
haven't been
sick.
there.
No.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we haven't made our way to
Facebook
Maine
user
yet.
says, "Hey guys."
Hey.
But yeah, we had some
My
other
cousin
cool
also
stuff.
asked. I don't know if that person is just another investigator, but I see somebody standing at the end of the hall. In the
Oh
first
yeah,
picture.
I mentioned earlier there
what?
wasn't anybody else in the hallway. There was just me and my friend, and he was standing behind me. So there was no other people in that direction of the picture.
Got you.
But
Now,
actually,
what were you saying, Mikey?
At Wildwood, yeah, we had some other cool stuff that happened in during that session. I think at one point, and this is the thing, like I think it came through and said Satan. Like I always hate when we hear Satan or demon and stuff like that, because personally, I don't know what you guys believe as far as like the energy we're interacting with. I don't even necessarily. I'm kind of agnostic in general in life. I don't necessarily believe that we're even interacting with ghosts. It could be just energy that is personifying itself, and it's been there for a long time, so it personifies itself as the people that were at that residence at another point, just to kind of give itself a name. It could be that, but when it throws out demon and stuff like that, a lot of the times I'm just like, I doubt it. But we did get Satan down there. I think
feel like that's
demon too.
I feel like the spirits say stuff like that to get your attention. Because if something comes out of the spirit box saying Satan, you're going to pay attention more.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Now, when they throw out Moloch out of an obelisk, then I get some chills.
Crap, it's the fan.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that one's pretty crazy for sure.
Specific like that. Yeah.
But we're going to take a break here for the videos real quick so we don't run through them real quick. So one by one, explain what your favorite piece of equipment you guys like using during investigations. Your go-to piece of equipment. Whoever wants to start first.
Oh, why don't you go?
Cool. Awesome. I'm not a techie guy.
Not everybody can jump at the opportunity.
I'm not the most tech savvy guy, so I usually stick with my cell phone. But I did get a digital recorder in a couple months ago, and I got the chance to use that a few times. We caught some good stuff, and I like it because it's easy for guys who don't know what they're doing. Me, and of course my cell phone because the picture quality is fantastic. And, I'm a simple dude. I don't have the finances to really buy really expensive stuff, nor do I have the patience to learn how to use really expensive stuff. So I go with the cheap stuff that a 12-year-old can probably do better at it than I could, but it works. So I'd say the digital recorder and my cell phone are my favorites. So
what's yours, Mikey?
Mine is the S box from Ghost Stop.
Whoop whoop!
He's pop up in the corner.
Yeah, I actually have one implanted into my arm. No, I love. I mean, the S box is great. I like to do the Estes method. I like to do FM AM sweeps because I feel like with FM, you can get radio bleed. With AM, a lot of the times, if you get something clear through an AM sweep, then it's legit. Like there's no way to discredit it. With the FM sweep, the way I try to analyze things is if it makes sense to the history of the location or if it makes sense to what I'm asking at the time, then it's more than likely legit because it's hard to be that much of a coincidence if you're asking something pretty obscure. But that's, I mean, I feel like there's flaws in all the equipment, unfortunately, but I would say that or a digital voice recorder. Which I got from Ghost Stop. I got a digital voice recorder watch.
I don't know. People always ask this
question.
Does
that actually work well? Does that
the digital voice recorder watch? It does. Yeah. It's kind of cool too because we were just at the Monroe House a couple weekends ago, and there's a hole in the basement, and they have a part of it blocked off where they actually found bones. But there's a little crevice where you can kind of just fit your hand. So I put my watch and my hand into that hole and ask questions. So it's kind of nice just having it on you. But if you're moving, you got to, make sure you call that out so you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if Phil's coughing in the background, like when I thought I had the best EVP ever and it turned out to be Phil sniffling at Anchorage Mansion.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I'm the most sniffly guy of the whole team.
Oh yeah,
whenever allergy season comes.
Sniffly boy.
I like that name, Sniffle Boy. I'm the sniffle guy. Sean's the grunter guy. We all have to have a certain
So, Sean, what's your favorite piece of
Just
equipment?
me coughing in the background.
Yeah.
I don't know. People always ask this question, and it always changes for me because I mean, I use all sorts of stuff. Like I'll use anything that's like high tech from like like a flux or something or millimeter. But I even like old school stuff like using candles or something, or even just like something simple as a balloon or whatever. And Mikey's favorite cell phone stuff, cell phone apps, cameras, recorders. You could do so much stuff with a cell phone.
Tell them about Greenville on the cell phone.
Oh, yeah,
that made me like kind of believe it a little bit.
We've got a couple things with the cell phone apps that were very believable, but one of the most like crazy ones we ever had is we were Greenville Man and we were doing a public, so we had some of Mikey's family was there with us too, and I was upstairs doing a tour with his family, and we had a cell phone app running. And I think one of your relatives had dowsing rods at the time too.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of dowsing rods, but when it coincides with something else, it kind of convinces me a little bit, I guess. So they were using dowsing rods, using an app, and across the app, it said infant, then it said Leo, which is Mikey's son. So I called Mikey on a walkie-talkie, and they're all freaking out because they're his family, and they know who infant Leo is. So I call him on a walkie-talkie, and as I'm talking on a walkie-talkie, it said father.
Right.
Back to back to back, 3 things in a row. It was all relevant, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, and that's the one time I was. Wow. Well, I've been scared twice on investigations, but
yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah.
Were you using Necrophonic or Spirit Talker or?
That was Spirit Talker, I think. Because I have a bunch of them on my phone, but I think Spirit Talker is actually my favorite. It seems like you get the most results from.
Yeah, I have those apps on my phone. We just downloaded them. We haven't been able to use them yet, so
not successfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just kind of set it up in front of my haunted doll.
Yeah, we have a couple haunted objects here at the house that we like setting equipment up next to and just filming.
He has a haunted doll that's not allowed in my house.
Yeah, we own
the fun
4
one.
haunted dolls now.
Like 4 dolls.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no, she's made with real human hair, and I don't like
her.
She don't like me.
The one she sets off K2 meters. She talks through the spirit box. She's from 1920 and has human hair. It's been passed down in my friend's family since the 20s.
She and I don't get along.
My best friend didn't want it because she's scared of it, so now I own it.
And I'm scared of it.
So we were doing an investigation with her when I first got it, and I was holding her like a baby, and I said, "Do you want me to put you down?" And on the spirit box it says "sit down" in a little girl's voice.
Oh, that's cool.
That's insane.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I love that doll.
Did you have the one from like Shawnee? Did you post that one or no?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
What's your favorite pieces of equipment?
I know what her favorite piece of equipment is.
I love my dowsing rods.
Yeah.
But I love and my K2.
Yeah.
I like my basic, simple tools.
Yeah. There's one thing I want to try.
Honestly, I think my favorite is a cat ball.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
we're getting a lot with cat balls recently.
I love cat balls. It's the easiest thing to use. Set it on the floor and yeah.
Hope for the best,
Yeah, we got a lot of
every time we go to. I remember we first met. Yeah, the first time we met, we went to a cemetery and just set it on a couple tombs, and the cat balls were going crazy. Yeah. This one forgot to hit record, but it happened. So personal experience.
I swear I did not forget to hit record. It was recording and then it stopped.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
Negative. Yeah. Have like a big Quagmire emoji come up,
Yeah. If I had it, I would play it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if I had the video of the Stringer house, I would definitely post it because I had a full conversation with a flashlight.
Oh yeah, we have my friend Jen brought. So we did the May Stringer house, which is the most haunted house in Florida, in Brooksville, Florida. And
it's so beautiful.
We had activity from the moment that we walked in to the moment we walked out.
Yeah.
It was
crazy.
Literally, like as I'm leaving, I'm having a conversation in a doctor's office, which is maybe 10 feet away from me.
My friend had a geoport going, and while we were walking out of the door, it said goodbye.
No, I was talking to him, and I was telling them that they stay here, going over the whole shebang about you don't come home with us. And then I asked them, "Can you say goodnight to us?" And on the portal box, it said, "Good night."
Yeah.
Oh, that's
in
awesome.
a man's voice.
Yeah. So if you ever get down here, like investigate Florida,
definitely
we can definitely hook you up with a couple places for sure.
Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely.
But let's get back into the videos because I want to see. Yeah,
I'm excited to see what you guys got.
I usually watch all the videos before we play them,
but
you guys sent a lot, so I kind of watching it with you guys.
Anyway, he also wasn't feeling good this morning. So.
Yeah, it's been.
I feel you. I keep blowing my nose. So I'm just so sick myself. Ugh.
It's going around.
So here's our next video that you guys sent us.
Did you die at this location?
Yo, wait. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
Somebody grabbed me from behind.
That one always freaks the hell out of me.
Yeah, that one.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We
I
can't
was
guarantee.
not expecting that one at all.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play that one more time.
Yeah.
Did you die at this location?
Yo, wait. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
What happened? What happened?
Somebody grabbed me from behind.
Yeah, with that one, that woman that fell wasn't part of our team. She was one of the workers at the location, and it's not like it's an antique store. She just worked at the antique store, so we can't confirm that it was someone that actually got pulled. But if she faked it, she went head first into the corner of a table. Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty brutal. Sean, you want to talk a little bit about the site?
Yeah, it was Pickle Jar Antiques. I actually, I was a paranormal consultant for a local horror movie that was filmed here. So I was offered to go and do that. And then we got the location because it was supposed to be haunted. We actually had a lot of activity. Supposedly it was supposed to be like a brothel at one point, and somebody was shot in there. When you went upstairs on the third floor where a lot of the movie was filmed, there was these room numbers above each room. And there was also a secret wall that opened up. So, that's why I'm pretty sure it was a brothel. We actually did some table tipping up there, which I don't know if it 100% worked, but it sure the hell seemed like it. Like, it didn't probably translate on video as well, but it seemed like it was moving.
Yeah, it looked really dumb on video.
and when me and Mikey did an Estes up there, we both heard somebody walking around us. And I didn't really say nothing to him when I was doing it, but then he was saying it. I was like, everybody's down here with me. And I was like, I thought somebody was upstairs with me walking around. They said, no, everybody was downstairs the whole time. So there was definitely a lot of activity at that place. And after we investigated, the place actually burned down. It's not even there anymore.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was a couple weeks after. We always try to do put out documentaries and stuff, but you have to have B-roll and stuff to kind of keep people's attention. And the place burnt down before we could even go in to get B-roll. So we just have evidence that, we'll put clips out. But one thing that also happened, so the story is a man went into the brothel and shot 12 people. And at one point, we were upstairs with some of the workers in the brothel area. I'm doing a spirit box session. And I can't remember the guy's name. I think it was Ed or something. I was like, Ed, can you tell us, did you kill these people? And you hear boom from one of the back rooms. And it could have been a car backfiring, but it was so much of a coincidence. It would be the timing was perfect.
Coincidence, yeah.
Phil, how'd you feel when that happened? Phil, how'd you feel?
Yeah, I tell you what, I know it's whenever that whole girl got pulled, that was probably one of the very few like moments that I wanted to like get the hell out of there because it happened in pitch black darkness. I was right like in front of her because I was sitting on like a plastic chair and there was like a pathway leading down to the basement part. The basement. There's like two. It's like a basement divided into like two levels. And thankfully, Mikey had his camera set up, so it's pointing right at her. And then like I had my camcorder facing him, and then. Once she fell, my whole body like jolted. Like, you got to be kidding me! I'm like spewing out F words like you wouldn't believe it. And I was like, we should probably get out of here. Or Mikey was like, or we can stay and investigate. I'm like, or we could do that too, because like something like that, like it was in pitch black, so you're like, what the F, you know?
Yeah, it feels like I think that's a sign we should leave, and I'm like, no, I think that's a sign we need to investigate.
It was
spirit box back on.
And that was actually probably the craziest thing that happened. And like here I am like wondering like am I gonna get like targeted next because I'm like freaked out, but honestly that was really the only malicious quote unquote moment that happened. I mean, like Mikey said, either it was legit or she's really good at what she did just to kind of and the weird part was the other guy that worked there, he actually used to live there before it burned down. I kind of like saw him right behind her with his like back facing us and his hands behind his back, just like staring away, which was kind of odd. I don't know if Mikey noticed that or anything.
Yeah, I think what he was doing was he was trying to see if there was activity going in places that we weren't. Because he had a bed down in the basement. Like he slept down there.
And the weird thing too, like whenever the girl got up and composed herself, she was very calm about it. Like it was like, whatever. I would have been like, "Yep, I don't know how to do it. I don't know." So she was very calm and collected.
I would not be that calm.
Oh, I would have probably I had like
I would stay down there with you, Mikey. I'd be with you.
Good. I was ready. I was like, "Come at me, let's go. You push me, boy."
I was happy I toughened up a little bit more. So that place is God bless it. It's probably one of my favorite places to go to now.
Unfortunately, it's no longer there.
Yeah.
Let's go investigate the parking lot though.
One cemetery's right by there. Remember we stopped there right before.
Yeah.
Like that's what I've always wondered. Like, there's the people say that the land can be haunted, too. So if there's that much activity to move somebody and push somebody down, does that activity go when the building goes, or does it stay on that property because it could be the land?
You just see a ghost floating up.
Yeah.
Sean and I have talked about that.
It wouldn't hurt to try
going back there and trying to just do a spirit box session real quick to see if we pick anything up. I mean, that's like, I don't know if I had a clip that I included, but have you ever heard of the Hinsdale House in New York?
I love that place.
I did. I have.
You can actually like communicate with the land and the house itself, and we had it come through in a spirit box session. So I do believe that land itself can be, or a house even can be haunted without. Again, I question if it's even spirits or ghosts. Like I just think it's possibly just energy personifying itself as figures of the past.
Right. So
we're gonna go on to our next video.
I guess
let's do it.
Video.
Here
you go.
Sorry, we're doing
the swing set.
Oh my gosh, that was a little kid.
Yeah, that was actually at Lake Shawnee.
That would get my attention for sure.
Yeah.
That was me, Jen, and Troy in the bus, and we were doing a spirit box session. But earlier in the night, Troy was over by the swing set where supposedly this little girl. Well, the girl actually did, not supposedly. She got killed on the swing set. And Troy was interacting with her, and that's when we tried talking to her again.
Yeah,
there was another part.
The swing and hit the back of the truck, right?
Yeah. Which it's not in the same location that it was when that happened. Like it's on the other side now, but the swing set's still there. And he was talking to her. There was another part throughout the night, he actually brought her a cupcake because he asked her like, "What kind of cupcake would you want?" And he got like chocolate or something. We had food with us, so he put a cupcake on her swing, and he also said that there was like a little ribbon or something that was tied in that kept moving up when he would ask questions and everything, and kept responding to him. He was very like emotional over it.
Yeah, that was crazy how much.
Now,
Troy got affected by
I
that
know
whole night.
a little bit. I know
About
a
Lake
little
Shawnee?
bit about that. Do you believe that the burial ground that they found there with the Indians? Do you think it has a play into that amusement park? Why it's so haunted?
Yeah, I mean, well, the way the place is set up, Mikey, you never been there, have you?
No, every time you go, I have something with my son.
I've been there twice. The way the place is set up, like you go in the main area, like where the mom lives in the house. You go down through this field, and then you go down where the park is. Up where the field is where the burial ground is. And it's actually documented. Like they found, let's say, like 40 bodies or something, but they reburied them. And they think there's supposed to be like hundreds or something there. But we had stuff when we were up there on the burial ground part. We heard like dogs, or some type of animals, like howling and stuff. You hear stuff in the woods. And then me and my one buddy, who was part of the old group, saw a shadow figure up there. And then down where the amusement park side is, like we had that stuff that you just saw in the video, and like I was telling you about the little girl. We also had, when me and my son was there and Jen were there, we went to go use the bathrooms. We heard little kids singing. Jen also saw a person walking there in the morning when we got up. There was somebody walking across the other side of the pond. It wasn't one of our people. So there's a lot of activity there. A lot of documented deaths. Like I said, the 40 bodies that they found up there, the girl on the swing set. I think there was 2 people that drowned.
Yeah, 2 kids
2
drowned.
ponds. And I want to say there was something with an elevator back when there was a hotel there, which that's not there anymore. But yeah, there's a lot of documented stuff there.
Huh. Got you. So we have a couple of videos to play. So just keep it interesting. We'll go one by one. What's your favorite place that you've investigated so far in your adventure of investigating?
Philly cheese.
If you had to pick one place, what would you pick?
Oh man, that's a really good question. Even though we just talked about it, but I would have to say the pickle jar place, just because that place was just really fun to even walk through. It was like a little because the place is huge. There's so much junk in there, but it was just fun just to explore itself. And with all the activity that we got there, especially that night, I thought that's definitely one of my all-time favorites. And I think a close second would probably be the Bel Air house, because I was kind of timid about going there the first time. But then once I actually did go there, I was like, this place is amazing, because, I've always liked those home kind of ones, because it just makes you I felt much more in my comfort zone, because I'm a homebody, and that place was really just awesome, and we had a really good time there. So definitely those 2 are, I'd probably say, neck and neck with my top rated places I've been to recently.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of difficult because I like a lot of the bigger properties, like the prisons and hospitals and stuff like that, but I swear we don't get a lot of activity at those type of places. Like, we were just at Octagon House this past weekend, and we went before. Very small place, but we have so much activity. Every time we go to Octagon, there's so much activity. Also, I like Monroe House a lot, too. We always have a lot of stuff in Monroe.
Yeah, I always say, some people like the asylums and the prisons. I like the dark stuff. Give me home to Bel Air. That's my favorite, probably. Monroe's definitely close second, though. I really, really love. We just did a weekend there a couple of weeks ago. Love that place, but Bel Air's got my heart. That's probably my favorite. I'm still trying to figure out what Emily Davis is. I like the mystery. I'm always I always feel like we're like the Scooby-Doo gang, and if there's we'll smell out the mystery and try to figure it out.
Yeah, that's actually Mike that just said the conversation at the Octagon. He was at
that.
Okay. This past weekend. We heard a woman upstairs talking, like me, him. Phil, were you still? I don't know if you were still there. That might have been after you left. I think it was
out early, Phil.
I don't think you were there, but we could hear a woman talking upstairs.
Crazy.
Was it in the same area as the guy that was choking the first time we were there? Oh, yeah.
Tommy had headphones on with a digital recorder, so he could kind of understand what she was saying more. But to the naked ear, you could hear something responding to you. Just you couldn't really tell what she was saying.
Get that naked ear, boy.
Yeah, I think I cut out before you guys experienced that. I was done.
We also we had like footsteps coming from upstairs too after, and the first time we were over here, somebody choking. Jen said that she saw a full apparition of a little girl there. Like I said, this place isn't big, but it's just very active.
Yeah. It's like it's obviously an octagon shaped house, but when you get on the inside, it's a circle. If you go in the center of the house, and you can literally, there's a spiral staircase. You can sit down there and just have your investigation there because there's all the rooms the doors are open, and you just see stuff just moving. You hear stuff, footsteps. I mean, that choking thing, that was probably the most insane thing I've ever heard.
We all heard that. And it went on for like 30 seconds. Too.
Yeah, we thought someone was dying upstairs. And there was no equipment on except for EM pumps, which, of course, drowned out the sound of the person choking. So we didn't catch it on video camera, but it was so loud. It was, like, insane.
Yeah, I think what was it? The Tennessee Wraith Chasers?
Yeah.
They did a live thing on Halloween at the Octagon House. I think it was on Travel Channel or something, one of the TV shows. But that's definitely what I want to get into also. I can already tell what your favorite place is, but what's your favorite place that you've been to?
My favorite place that I've been to has been the May Stringer House.
Yes.
My least favorite place I've been to is the Gilchrist County Jail.
Yeah.
We both agreed that I don't have to go inside. I'll just be HQ.
Be there for moral support.
Outside of the jail. I'm not going back inside.
Yeah.
You gotta conquer your fears. Get in there.
I watch the cameras while he gets it.
Yeah.
No. Not with that many people in there again.
I can say my favorite place is Pennhurst. We've done that a couple times.
He has.
Well, I've done Pennhurst a couple times, and it's the craziest place I've ever been so far. I've been to a couple other asylums. I've been to Eastern State Penitentiary, but Pennhurst is definitely up top.
Yeah.
So
we actually had.
Have you guys been to Pennhurst yet? Do you guys investigate it?
I have.
I've been to Pennhurst for their haunted house attraction, but I've never investigated there. And same with Eastern State Penitentiary. I've been to their haunted house, and I went to their masquerade there before too, but never investigated.
Sean, who was it that we had on our podcast that she was at Pennhurst? And there's a section where they had children and they'd rip out their teeth. Ooh. And she said the one time they were sitting, yeah, I couldn't remember her name, but they were sitting.
Candyland.
What's that? In Candyland?
Candyland.
Oh, okay. And they were sitting there. They weren't even investigating. And a guy felt a burning on his arm, and he lifted his shirt up, and there was a bite mark, but there were teeth missing from the bite mark, which was pretty crazy.
Wow,
that's freaking nuts, man.
So, our last season, we did a whole special on Pennhurst with my friend Candace. And so the first offense in Pennhurst, if you bit, you would get tied to a bed or to a chair for a couple days. And then the second offense of biting, they would strap you in a chair and pull out all your teeth so you wouldn't bite anymore.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I bet they didn't use Novocaine
their
either.
way of... No.
It's nuts.
No, that was kind of just strapped you to the chair and pliers and pulled all your teeth out.
Oh, it's crazy what they could get away with back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that's the reason that it's called the shame of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happened. Yeah.
Well, I know even like Trans Allegheny.
I actually lived in Pennsylvania for 6 years.
Oh, did you? Were you on the east side? I'm taking it since you went all the east side locations.
Yeah. I never got out to Pittsburgh. I wanted to, but it was like 6-7 hours away from where I was.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's not really too many.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, there's not really too many haunted locations in Western PA that are open to the public. We got Hillview Manor, but that's about it. Greenville Manor they used to have, but unfortunately they had to sell it recently, which was very sad because it was one of our favorite places.
I mean, we've been getting a little bit more pull though, so we've been getting invited into some other places around.
Yeah. You have to kind of privately get invited to places around here. You don't really get to. There's not too many open to the public.
Got ya. Is Hillview Manor still doing investigations? I was told that they were closed for a while.
I was just there on Halloween. I was there with the radio. Yeah, we did an investigation with the radio. It was all live stream.
Cool. That's good news for me.
Yeah.
Actually, our one friend Sarah, she just invited us next Tuesday. I think she's supposed to be there. I might stop on for a few hours.
Yeah, it's one of those places where you're almost guaranteed to have
access. Hillview, any show that I've ever watched, that's the whole episode is nothing but activity, which I understand. And the videos is kind of chopped up to all the best scenes.
I had my bachelor party at Hillview Center.
Let's get back. You were at a bachelor party?
Yeah, my bachelor party. Yeah.
What was it? It was a bachelorette party.
Yeah, Jen was there too. Yeah.
Oh man, that's my kind of honeymoon. For sure. Let's go to
our honeymoon was in Jamaica. We went to Annie Palmer house when we were down there.
Oh, cool, nice. Oh, we have one more comment. Chris said hello.
Hello, Chris. Hey.
Hi.
There can only be one.
I thought I was the only Chris in the world. I'm so disappointed.
Now you have competition.
But we gotta get
right.
videos going.
All right. Here's another video for you guys that keep watching. Thank you for watching, by the way. Greatly appreciate you coming to hang out with us. All right. Here's another video for you guys.
Who's on the other side of this curtain?
Oh, that was a good catch right there, man.
Yeah. This is actually going to be part of our next documentary. So this is a antique store. I believe now I can share the name. It's 1806 Antiques in Jennerstown, Pennsylvania. I investigated there by myself. Phil, Sean, Troy, and Troy's daughter at the same time. They were investigating Indiana State Sanitarium. We did a remote Estes, which I don't think I included any of the clips there, but it'll be on the next upcoming documentary. But we tried an experiment where at first I did the Estes method and they asked me questions. Then Sean did an Estes method and we all asked him questions. So our game plan was to see if we could channel the energy from the other location. So like they asked me questions that were geared more towards ISS history, while I asked them questions that was geared more towards my history, the history of the location I was at. I didn't really get much outside of the antique store when I did mine, but Sean did get a lot from that I think would coincide with the history of the location I was at. So it was pretty cool. That clip though, while I was doing the Estes method, a psychic that we work with, she comes on our live streams, said that someone needs to pull Mikey out. There's an angry man up in the attic where he's doing this, and he's trying to attach to him right now. And like the responses kind of coincided with that, and it coincides with the history of the attic as well. So after that was done, we went on and did our investigations. But I wanted to go back up in the attic before I left, just to give the man an opportunity to communicate and kind of tell his story. Yeah, attached to me. Yeah,
right.
He's got to battle my other attachments.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
I'm hoping to have that documentary
do you think
done.
Have you tried that experiment?
What's that?
Have you tried that experiment in different locations other than that?
We have not yet. We haven't had an opportunity.
One
We were
room and another
supposed to
investigator.
around Blackford, but yeah, that fell through.
Yeah, we were supposed to when we were at the Monroe house because we were supposed to also have what's it called, the Blackford jail?
Yeah.
Blackford County Jail, yeah.
Yeah, and but that fell through because I was going to crawl up in the hole in the basement in Monroe house, and everybody else was going to be at the jail asking me questions. But yeah, we didn't get the opportunity to do that.
That Monroe house was awesome.
But yeah, it's just so hard because the timing
next
is
video. It looks like
really
somebody's
difficult.
under the Estes method.
Oh, this is Loveland Castle.
Yeah.
I think this is a 2-part
No, it's
video.
definitely hard now.
Yeah, there was 2 video
Oh,
clips.
I
I had to
think I
cut it
can-
into 2 to send it for size. Because there's one where we're asking Sean
Okay.
questions, and then the other camera is from the
Okay.
static camera that was in the room with them. So you want to play the baby monitor one first.
Okay, I think that's what we
That was an awesome
we'll
night.
the baby monitor one.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go back to the order you had them in.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay.
Right.
All right, we'll go ahead.
I
and
think we
play
got
this
it
one.
right.
Yeah.
Just-
Hopefully.
Her.
No, it's the other way around. The baby monitor's first, the static camera.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Got ya. All right. Whoopsie.
So we had it right.
Yeah, no
All right,
worries.
here we go.
Tell us your name.
1.
Mike. That's my name.
He didn't laugh.
He laughed.
Are you being a smart?
I don't know what it said, but I don't like the tone of that.
That was a different one, but we can talk about that one. That was at the Bel Air house again. We were using it.
Are you evil? Green for yes, red for no.
That's from Greenville Manor.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
I don't think I have.
The baby monitor.
Oh no, I see it.
There it is.
Sorry, guys. We'll get
No
this
worries,
right.
no worries.
You didn't see that.
Just forget you guys saw all that. For the new video.
Camera.
Right.
Camera. Can you get to talk on real quick? Can you knock one of the cameras over, please?
I'd be a terrible storyteller. Fur? Oh!
That was a good night. Oh, that was a good night.
So then the second video was the one that we played
Wow.
first, where it says the static cam in the room.
Gotcha.
Okay.
We could play that again.
Her.
I just noticed something. It sounded like something whispered in there. I never noticed that before, Mikey.
I don't
Like,
know
after
if
it said
it,
her,
Yeah.
something like
Kind of
this.
like something was in the background.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's yeah, play it again and
I
try
can
to
play it
listen
again
to
real
see,
quick.
'cause
Let me
it
play it
may
again.
have a spirit box going through the headphones too that you may have heard. I don't know. I'm gonna try
Okay.
to listen to it.
Her.
Yeah, I heard that too.
It was like right. It was like right at the beginning.
Yeah.
But it also sounded like a voice was echoing right after the camera fell.
Yeah.
Oh, that was us in the other
That's
room.
pretty
So
crazy.
what you mean the sound? That was us from the other room because
Yeah.
that was so what we were doing was a remote Estes method. So we were in another room and Sean was in the throne room doing the Estes method. And we had the baby monitor camera set up on a chair, and then we had 2 static cameras in with Sean, and then we were in the other room filming down, and Phil was holding the baby monitor, and we would ask questions through the baby monitor, but we could see Sean, and that's when you see like the camera of the baby monitor go up there and then down. But I asked if there's anyone in the room with Sean, can you knock over one of the cameras? And then I had to cut it because of size, but our videographer at the time was like, not the $1,000 one. We're like, yeah, not the $1,000 one, the baby monitor one.
That would be the one that they go after.
Yeah.
Too. They're like, oh, that looks expensive.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys from the comments.
I mean, probably either Bel Air or Octagon.
It says, in your opinion, what is the most haunted place in Ohio? Yeah.
Do you guys investigate a lot out of Pennsylvania, or are you just in that general area?
Most of it's like tri-state, Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia. Then we're into New York and Indiana a little bit too.
Yeah. I mean, it depends too on timing and other factors. Like I can't say one place is more haunted than another, just because you could go there. Like, for example, in our upcoming documentary, they were at Indiana State Sanitarium. They didn't get much activity, but then we went there for a public event because they have ISS Con, and we were one of the special guests there that helped host the public. And we got so much activity. So I think it depends on timing, depends on the energy you're bringing in. Like there's so many different factors that create, energy responses. So it's hard to say, but I would agree with Sean, probably Bel Air or Octagon House that we've been to.
Which actually, I think our style, I guess you could say, is we're all kind of crazy and do a lot of wild stuff. And I think a lot of that brings it on too. Just like dancing and goofing around and laughing.
Oh, yeah.
Time I think ups the energy in the place too.
Yeah,
absolutely. Especially in Bel Air that one night.
What is your opinion?
And then the lights flickered. What's that?
What's your opinion on that? Like,
oh yeah,
you have.
I mean, for me,
I guess haunted place. Do you agree with him or?
Yeah, I mean, Bel Air was pretty crazy. I really enjoyed it though. But just to kind of piggyback what Mikey said, it just all depends. I mean, I also go by the philosophy too. Like, it's just all about timing, and you can walk into a place and it could be crickets, and then the next group can walk in, oh, hell breaks loose. It just, I don't know. I mean, I've been in locations where it was quiet for me, and I don't have the the sensitivities that other people do where they're hearing things because I have very selective hearing, and I think it's all the loud music I listen to, which kind of screwed me over. But just all depends.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have too many personal experiences, but I do like see and hear things sometimes. But it just. Bel Air definitely was one of my favorite places, even after I was kind of like freaked out by it, though, the first time I heard that we were going to go there. Because these two guys are a lot more, they're a little bit more riskier than I am. I still have a little bit of timid moments here and there. I like the peaceful ones a lot too, just because, I don't know. I try not to bite off more than I can chew, but I'm slowly getting into the whole darker locations. I just kind of still be a little careful.
Our little boy's coming out of his shell.
Yeah, it's slowly but surely.
Right.
It's
puberty.
Right.
Public haunts are good to bring energy. It depends. I know we've had some good experiences with Greenville Manor. We got a lot of activity on a public haunt. I would say Dead Man's Hollow. We hosted one there. We got some activity, but I felt like we got more activity after a lot of the people left. So it really depends.
Yeah. Well, that's like, I don't know if you guys watched the Destination Fear or Project Fear with Dakota Landon. And
I love those guys. Yeah,
I don't
those
know.
guys are great.
They I like that they go and sleep by themselves in different locations, and it's just you. Like, I feel like they're more prone to attack, or not attack, but
come out,
interact with you more if you're by yourself than like 20 people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
no, I agree. There's a sense of
I'm
vulnerability.
down to go by myself. Right. I'm always down to go by myself in some crazy dark hole.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna say something bad, but I know we're trying to be PG-13 here. So.
I was waiting for like somebody to say it. I'm like, who's it gonna be? Oh man, it's funny too to kind of go after. Medicine Seminary that's a real fun place. That place is awesome.
What were you saying, Phil?
Oh no, it's funny how Mikey mentioned the whole thing because in Monroe House, there's a opening in the basement of the basement wall there, and that's where he got touched, for lack of a better word, and I was in the guy went in there, yeah,
in a pretty bad spot. The first time we were there.
Oh, no.
It's really cool in there too. Like I wanted to go in there a lot longer, but we ended up having like pizza a few hours prior, and I wasn't really physically feeling it. But the part was really cool in there too, and just having him do his little Estes method, and some of the responses that came out of him were really wicked. I kind of wish I would have got in there a little bit more, but if I end up freaking out because it's such like a low area where you have to actually crawl to get in and still kind of be on your hands and knees, and if I decide to go into like wig out mode, it could be really painful if you're not careful.
Yeah, it's an area too where you're definitely getting prone to getting physical contact. Like Phil was alluding to, I got touched in a very particular spot the first time we were there, and then this time. I think the first night, I don't remember having any, touchy-feely stuff, but we got some cool responses when I did the Estes method. But the second night, I went to the back of the hole. And
there it is.
Yeah, we definitely. I could feel like the floorboards above me running around. But I could feel the floorboards running around. Then it felt like a finger going down the back of my head and down my spine. And I didn't know if it was a spider or if it's something like trying to get frisky. But either way, I was kind of freaked out.
Frisky with the spider. I like it. Yeah, very nice.
We had a lot of like interaction with that whole.
You could call it a touchy subject.
Yeah. All kinds of interaction with that hole.
He said it was a very touchy subject.
Oh yeah.
All right.
We only have a couple more videos left that you guys sent us.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So let's get to. We got about 3 more videos, and then we can get to the question of the week.
Cool.
Oh, I'm excited.
We won't keep you guys too
Oh, it's okay.
long.
Tell us your name.
Video, guys.
1.
Mike. That's my name.
He didn't laugh.
He laughed.
Are you being a smart? I don't know what I said, but I don't like the tone of that.
That was a Bel Air in the basement.
Wow.
Yeah, we were using Marcus's Geoport.
Weird.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
So what was going on? What was going on there?
That was the end of the second night, and we were
What was
going
on?
Well, we were kind of like antagonizing a little bit, which usually I don't do too much, but Marcus brings some energy. So we were kind of trying to do a countdown, like, because we're ready to go to bed. It was like, I don't know, almost like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And I wanted to know what we were interacting with. So I said, "What's your name?" And Marcus was like, "We're going to do a countdown. And once we get down to 0, we're shutting the Geoport off and we're going to bed. So you better tell us your name." So that's why he did the 3, 2, 1. and that's when it started saying the legendary D word.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that's the same place where we got Moloch that you showed the clip earlier. Like I said before, I don't like throwing out demon, but I would say if there is a demonic location, it would definitely be in Bel Air, Ohio.
That's the same place where I saw the possession too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Us mics are taking over this world.
Learning about you guys now.
Spiritual world.
Mikey does come up a lot.
Yeah, it does.
Now, are you prone to do the Estes method more than everybody on the team, or
I would say that Sean, Jen, and I probably do it the most. They always make fun of me because a lot of times I yell because I feel like I have to yell over the radio that's coming through. So there's one time there's a spirit named Richard at the Monroe house. And at one point, I'm doing the Estes method, and I just yelled, "Dick!" like really loud. But it was in reference to his name because that's a nickname for Richard. But yeah, I screamed it really, really loud.
Yeah.
Right. What do you like? And then Mike,
hey, we're PG-13 here, Sean. Come on.
You like the name Dick? What are you trying to get at?
Yeah, I'm happy these guys do it because I suck at it. I mean,
actually, Phil, I didn't tell you this yet.
Facebook user said,
"Yeah,
my first was at the Octagon." Yeah, it's interesting. You just got to be careful with it. Yeah. The new documentary that's going to be coming out, the intro, I actually put in the clip from Bel Air where you're talking really nerdy and we start laughing at you. It just cuts to that for a second.
Oh, is that funny?
But I also gave you like the hottest camera angle, so you get the best of both worlds.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I was like, I gotta make sure I get a camera shot of Phil.
I feel like that's the best thing about. Absolutely,
that's what I do.
I feel like that's the best thing about investigating. You get to act to yourself, and that's what a lot of people don't see while you're investigating.
Yeah,
you're just sitting in this room for like 4 hours. What else are you supposed to do than joke around with each other? But
yeah, definitely
makes for some good bloopers.
Oh yeah, I mean we try to include that in our releases too, just because we always say there's paranormal. That's why I don't really watch too many of the TV shows or anything.
That's like when we were at Sleepy Hollow, me and Jen, and we had to speak up there, and our topic was fun in the paranormal, not just sitting around being bored talking in the dark the whole time.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I tell people when they tell me, "Well, what do you do to get into the paranormal?" Get ready to sit in a room and talk to yourself for hours.
And spend a lot of money.
Then people walk by and see you.
I know how to describe.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that's the best way I know how to describe it. You spend a lot of money to sit in a room and talk to yourself.
Yeah.
And maybe get asbestos poisoning as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of radiation.
Right.
Makes you for a stronger investigator for the next
time.
What can you make you
stronger? Get some Kelly Clarkson.
Well, here's the next video, guys.
Can you tell us who you are?
Here for evil.
Here for evil.
Well, that was clear as day.
Yeah, that was at the. Yeah.
Let me play that a couple times for the listeners so I can put it on loop real quick.
Can you tell us who you are?
Here for evil.
Here for evil. Can you tell us who you are?
Here for evil.
Here for evil. Can you tell us who you are?
Like a nerd saying that.
Yeah, it was the ghost of Phil.
I commend you guys for standing in the snow.
Yeah, I can do that.
We've actually done some
what was going on here?
You want to take that one,
So
Sean?
you guys from Pittsburgh, you guys used to snow.
Well, that was actually up in New York at the Hinsdale House, which we were up in, that's the giving tree up there, and you're supposed to go up there and, you know, give something to the tree, and there's supposed to be like puck wedgies and a couple other things that are supposed to be up there. And there's also a pond that we were at later on too, and that was out in the middle of the winter, and we're ever talking on the pond. So, yeah, we've been to a couple of places where the weather's kind of rough. Like we've done Darmine during the winter. Crescent Sanitarium, there was like a blizzard when we were up there. Like
worst.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we actually got some really. It was so cold that night.
She's a Florida boy.
Yeah. It was so cold that night, but we did brave it a couple times outside because there's so many good outside locations at the Hinsdale House. And I don't know if you're familiar with the history, but it was the Dundee family house. And one of the stories by the pond is one of the little girls saw a woman, or actually, I'm sorry, all three of the girls, the Dundee family, saw a woman dancing at the edge of the pond on the far side from the house. And they all described her face differently. One said she had buck teeth like a rabbit. Another one said, I think her face was cut up. And then the other one said she just looked like a normal woman. But we were using a REM pod, and there's no electricity around the area. And I said, can the woman that danced for the Dundee girls, can you dance for us at this location? The REM pod just started going crazy. But I didn't include that clip because it was the camera work was a little rough because it was freezing and it sucked.
Yeah. Do you think that was more like a shapeshifter, or
I don't know.
Everybody saw different faces. Do you think they did shapeshifter?
I mean, it could have been. I mean, it could have been just, they're little girls. So they may have saw something and just kind of their imagination's gone wild. But the stories are so crazy with that location because there's a lot of Native American stuff on the ground. So maybe Skinwalker. I mean, I don't know. Like, I hate labeling things, even like demons and stuff like that, because I just always say it's energy. But, I mean, it definitely could have been, some kind of shape-shifting thing. Yeah, it was a woman in a white dress. Yeah.
So woman in a white dress.
Yep. And another thing that was really creepy about the pond was one of the little girls that lived there. She was swimming in the pond with one of the neighbors who was babysitting. And this girl, it happened several times. She had brown eyes, but they think she would become under a possession and her eyes would turn blue. It actually happened at a doctor's office, so it was recorded. But she was swimming in I forget what happened, but the babysitter said, "Hey, don't go out too far in the pond. I don't want anything to happen." And she's like, "Oh, it's okay. I already saw everything anyways, and I know I'm gonna die young, so it doesn't matter." And then she did end up dying at like age 20 something after they left the property. But yeah, the whole Dundee story is just insane. But they talk about UFOs. Sean mentioned the puck wedgies. Like, there's all kinds of crazy cryptid stuff. Like,
you're actually allowed to swim in the pond too now.
Yeah. I was going to walk out on the ice, but my wife wouldn't allow me because originally we had a game plan. We were going to take a digital voice recorder and tie it to a flotation device and put it into the middle of the pond. But then it snowed like out of nowhere and it froze over. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to walk to the middle of the pond. And she's like, no, you're not. It just froze, you idiot. Like, it's probably thin ice. So I may have ended up becoming
that would be me and her.
Yeah.
Yep.
You freaking idiot. You're not going out in the middle of the day.
But why not? It's good freaking evidence right there.
I don't swim that well.
Yeah. That would have been an argument with us too.
Yeah, we had some stuff in Mike's room as well. It's a pretty crazy place. Yeah, I forget what we had happen in Mike's room, but we had something happen there.
That's the one I was throwing shoes at Jen at.
Yeah.
Jen kept snoring. There's 2 single beds in there. She's across the room from me. I kept throwing shoes. And she'd wake up and be like, it's like, what's that? What's that? And I just ignore her, acting like it was like a ghost or something. Let her think whatever it is.
Yeah, I went on a road trip with my parents, and we went to St. Augustine and stayed in a hotel. And I guess I was snoring really loud, and my mom smacked me in the face with a pillow to like get me to shut up, and it scared the living crap out of me because St. Augustine, it's a very haunted city, and like just out of nowhere in my sleep, just getting smacked in the face with a pillow, and like I look up, and mom's just staring at me. She's like, shut up.
It's always the non-paranormal stuff that scares you the most. We always get when we're in basements.
I apparently had him a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, in Mike's room.
I apparently had butted him a couple weeks ago when he came to give me a kiss, and ever since then he's like been very cautious when waking me up to say goodbye when he goes to work.
Yeah.
Oh.
We always had the issue when we were investigating
me.
basements. Someone would flush the toilet above us, and like you're in pitch black in a basement, so you hear this like thunderous roar coming down. You're like, "What the heck is going on?"
Yeah.
Oh, we do have one last video that you guys can test. It is getting a little late here.
All right. We got one more video, then we'll do the question of the week for you guys.
Awesome.
Here's that other video.
Are you evil? Green for yes, red for no.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for being evil.
Now you say that you're evil. What are you? Steven. Are you evil? Green for yes, red for no.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for being evil.
Now you say that you're evil. What are you? Steven. Are you evil?
For what that was, it definitely made sure to demon.
It said your favorite word again.
I know. So we were using a flux there. Sean, if you want to talk about what the flux does.
Flux is a yes and no device. Green for yes, red for no. Or you can use it for like boy or girl, like green for girl.
Yeah, you just have to ask those questions.
And
it's a communication device.
Yeah.
Just one or the other.
Got you. Now, where was this?
Greenville Manor.
Yeah. It's actually in our documentary, The Awakening of Greenville Manor. So I was in that room by myself earlier in the night because we took the tour. Marcus, our buddy that was in the other videos, he actually used to own Greenville Manor. And he had mentioned that a psychic was doing a walkthrough with him. And when they got into that room, the psychic was like, "There's a demon in here. There's something super negative. It's just evil." And I was like, "I want to go in that room." So I did get some. I got demon a couple times when I was in there by myself. And then yeah. And then we, at the end of the night, Sean, my wife Hannah, and I went up into the room, and it just confirmed everything. I did have a theory because at one point it did sound like it said Moloch through one of the devices as well. That maybe there would be a portal in that room, and that portal could connect to the portals that are supposedly at the Bel Air house, which supposedly could potentially lead to Moloch's realm. Because I don't believe a big boy demon Moloch is going to roll around in Greenville, Pennsylvania, or Bel Air, Ohio. But maybe there's a portal. Yeah, but maybe there's a portal to his location.
You never know.
That was part of the Emily Davis theory, is that she goes and she does this stuff to people that visit and brings their energy back to the portal that goes to Moloch's realm.
Well, that's like the first time we were at Greenville. When we were on tour, this girl Buttons, who it was actually her grandparents' house, whatever, she said that she was always afraid of that room, that wood panel room. She would never go in there, and that was supposed to be like her playroom.
Yeah. She said she didn't remember what happened, that her grandparents set it up as the playroom. She doesn't remember what happened, but her and her sister would just never go in there. And to answer Amber's question, I noticed that as well. I don't typically call out orbs just because there's a lot of dust at locations that can come up as orbs. But I agree, it was an orb-looking thing going towards the flux right before it respawns.
Well, that's like when we were at Lake Shawnee too. It looked like there was tons of orbs. It's probably just bugs and fog and everything else because they're just everywhere.
So we ready for the question of the
I got a couple
week?
pictures like that. I'd have to find out.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Like the Pee Wee Herman.
Right. So,
We're actually gonna
Facebook, and then you also have a YouTube Bump in the Night. So I'm gonna play that while we do the question of the week. Right, here you go, guys. So the way the question of the week works, we let the question play, and then you answer the questions, and then everybody in comments, if you guys want to interact with the question, I'll go for it. Wait, here it is, guys.
Phil, what's the answer? I've told you what the answer about this.
Yeah, isn't like the graveyard the one that's right by a church, or is that the other one?
Yeah, graveyard's one attached to it.
Yeah, yep, exactly. I had to think for a second. I was like, I know this.
Cemeteries are usually next to churches, but not always.
Right.
The difference between a cemetery and a graveyard is a graveyard is underground, while a cemetery is above. So usually you won't ever really find like a memorial monument, like what's the word?
A tomb?
Monastery?
Yeah.
Monastery.
You won't find the tomb.
Is it monastery?
I think so. Yeah.
Monastery. That's the word. You won't find one of those on a graveyard.
Right. Correct.
You will find tombstones in a graveyard, but more than likely all of the bodies have been covered and sealed underground. While in a cemetery, they usually have the tombs and memorials and monasteries above ground. And you can also tax a cemetery.
Oh.
You can tax a cemetery?
Mm-hmm. It's considered government property.
Oh, did not know that. All right.
I didn't know any of that.
So at this
learning experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at this moment, is there anything you guys would like to promote with Bump in the Night Society?
Any of your documents coming
documentaries
up?
and investigations you want to promote?
Any events?
We have a bunch of stuff coming up. Next week we'll be in Bel Air for a full weekend. We'll do our Friendsgiving there. We'll probably be live on TikTok the majority of the time. Then we have the Ross House in December. We have a Ross House public in January, I think. We're gonna have a public.
January.
Yeah,
I forget the date, but it's sold out. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. And then we'll be at Ohio State Reformatory in February. We're also promoting for Parapsychon, Hearst Mania. The combination of both events. We're friends with everybody involved. There's some other information I'm not sure if I can release right now, but we're going to be pretty highly involved with that event too. Also, we have a public at Wildwood Sanitarium in March. And in April 27th, we're throwing our first convention in Pittsburgh. So if anybody wants to come do a conventions for cancer research, goes to charity. We're going to have 50 vendors. We're going to have entertainment. I don't know, it should be a good time. It's in a brewery, so you can drink, and there's going to be a food truck and all that type of stuff, too.
The beer is really good in that place, by the way. So
we're not supposed to talk about alcohol, Phil.
Oh, crap. My bad.
That's awesome.
As far as the documentary goes, I don't have a release date
yet.
Alcohol.
He's almost 1 year sober.
1 year?
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Nice. Congrats.
The 31st of this month, I'll be sober for a year.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
He had his last drink on our first day.
Oh, yeah, that's the way
my
to do
last
it.
shot was a caramel whiskey, so I was happy with that.
There you go. There you go.
Right.
I don't even know
But
what my like.
I want to greatly
You
appreciate
remember
all
the
of you
date?
guys
I
coming
don't.
to hang out with us. We had so much fun.
I wish I would have made it.
Yeah. Well,
He kind of has to.
it's literally the day that I met her. So our 1 year anniversary is our 1 year. So
that's awesome.
Well, you better remember it then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going on like
day that we
4
met.
years, but I don't remember the date. It was
Yeah.
yeah. I don't remember what the date was.
Oh. Well, congratulations either way.
But
Thank you.
We definitely had a great time hanging out.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for having us on.
Heck yeah, thank you so
I
much.
love evidence. That's some crazy stuff. I wasn't expecting that lady. I wasn't expecting that lady to get pushed. I got full chills.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day we can collaborate with you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
wherever down
get up
south.
to Pittsburgh or anything.
Yeah, for sure. Hit us up.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much for
Thank you,
your
listeners.
time. Thank you to
That was
everyone
awesome.
watching on YouTube,
Have a good
on your
night.
YouTube and Facebook, on ours. And now thank you to our new listeners on Spotify.
Yes. Oh yeah.
We have
So
Spotify
anybody
now.
that's watching this interview right now will be on Spotify tomorrow. So if you guys want to watch it, listen to the audio while you go to work, driving, anywhere, gym, you want to hang out and listen to Underworld's podcast, will be live on Spotify. Well, not live. This is live, but we'll be on Spotify.
Red shirt. But thank you guys so much. You guys have a great night. We appreciate
Thank you.
it.
It was an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone watching.
Right. Have a great night,
Have a great
guys.
night.
You
Good
too.
night.